My name is Darryl Ratcliff, and I'm an artist, writer, and curator, and founder of Creating Our Future. I've been involved in the arts as long as I can remember. First as a poet around the age of 5, and then really started drawing in middle school, and had a great teacher, Roberto Manguia, who encouraged me to paint. And so I painted and went to college, scholarship for painting and studio art, and then it's gone from there. I mean, Dallas is really interesting, unique in its arts and culture scene, in that it's been very artist-driven. Because of the lack of structural opportunities for artists in forms of individual art awards and things of that nature, top talent has really had to fend for itself. And that really led, after the recession, to the DIY culture that existed, where people would just go find a space, a house, and just start making things happen. So art collectives, at least for the last 5 years, have been as powerful, if not more powerful, than the traditional gallery system. I think artists are at the vanguard here, and the talent in Dallas is as good as anywhere in the world. And one of the ways we know this is when you meet great talent from other places, a lot of times they're from Dallas. This is our second City Under Influence event, and we've made a few tweaks between the kickoff and this one. It's going to be really rooted around the influentials. We have 2 great influentials, Victor Ramach Jr. and Lisa Schmidt, and they have wonderful projects. So we're going to keep a focus on that, but we're still going to have, just a stellar musical lineup. We have Lily Taylor, who's a great indie electronic pop artist with a beautiful voice. We have Desi 5, which is funk, soul, punk band, and led by a great dynamic entertaining frontman. And then we have TUNK, who is one of the up and coming hip hop artists from this kind of generation of hip hop artists who are kind of revolutionary the sound of Dallas hip hop right now. So we're in for a treat, and we're gonna have great backing support by our DJs LeeIII and B3. As well as some video by Sean Miller. Creating Our Future really was a process. 2 years ago, I had the invitation to present to the Cultural Affairs Commission by the chair, John Paul Baptiste. And really the topic was arts funding and what the city could do better and how we could get to the same level as every other major city in the country. And so a group of my peers and I, we presented, and we got the equivalent to a standing ovation. Everyone was so excited, and then when I asked about follow-up, it was, we can't do anything for you. And so I started talking to some people, and one thing that was suggested to me was, can you prove that people care about these issues? It was just developing that, okay, we need a long-term serious strategy, serious movement to try to get some of these things. It needs to be a grassroots movement. It needs to be an artist-led and artist-driven movement. So I reached out to some partners. I've been working with D Magazine and their editorial team, Peter Simic and Chris Mosley, for over a year at that time on this idea of doing an event together. And so they were on board, and then I reached out to the Fashion Art Network, Damian Martin and Dwayne Williams. And Damian had been coming to the think tank, so he believed in the vision of Creating Our Future, and Dwayne's all about mentorship and supporting creatives. And so they decided to let us use their space and really take advantage of their network so that we could get this message out. And then I had the opportunity to talk to Clyde Valentine, who's the director of SMU's Meadows Art and Urbanism Initiative. And Clyde believed in the vision and where it could go, and so he decided to support the event as well. So we really brought together these great partners to make this happen? Well, you can get involved with creating our future via Facebook. You can go to facebook.com/creatingourfuturedallas and like us. And we're going to really try to keep people informed about local issues, things that matter. You can also like Fashion Art Network on Facebook as well. That's another great way to stay in touch. If you come to the event, sign up, give us your email. We're going to come out with a newsletter soon, just providing really relevant information to everyone. My name is Darryl Ratcliff, and I really hope you join me at A City Under Influence at Fashion Art Network on September 18th. It's going to be a really special night.